It's Tuesday, April 28th, and we have our Student of the Week being announced at the end of our Language Arts Overview today. So the first thing you're going to do, just like usual, is read your partner play with yourself, by yourself, or with a partner. Read it 2 or 3 times. Because we're reviewing and learning about landforms in science, we are having partner plays about landforms, and this one is about lakes and rivers. The next thing you're doing is your spelling words, and we learned yesterday about the letters or the sound ol at the end of a word, and it's spelled L-E, E-L, and A-L. And when you spell it like that, or when you have the sound ol at the end of a word and you're dividing it, you always keep that consonant letter with it. See, paddle, little, and then settle. The consonant stays with the L-E. Here's 2 more. Middle and bubble. You divided words yesterday. Today you're going to sort your words. You're going to sort them into which ones have a consonant with an ol syllable, the sound ol, and which ones are just 1-syllable words that don't have the 2 syllables with the consonant ol. All right, so it's pretty obvious, and it's something I think you can do by yourself, but I'll do this first one with you. We looked here, we have the word little, so we will write little right there, nice and neatly. A 1-syllable word from this, and I'll cross it off because we used it. A 1-syllable word from here, lit. We have lit. Look what they're doing. Lit, little, set, settle, rip, ripple, pad, paddle, and then they give you middle and bubble. So you'll sort those here, and then down here you're going to work with rhyming words. We'll be doing things with rhyming words in the next couple of weeks also. So write a spelling word that rhymes with each word below. So don't cross them out too heavily up here because you need to be able to read them again. So here's the first one, stubble, and I see the one that matches it. Do you see it? Bubble, stubble, bubble. So I will write bubble right there next to it. And then maybe I'll just put an X on this side of it this time. So you're going to use all 10 words here and use all 10 words down here. Next, we'll talk about adjectives. Yesterday we talked about the fact that adjectives can compare 2 nouns, and then you put ER at the end of the adjective. But this time we're using adjectives to compare more than 2 nouns, 3 or more. You add EST to an adjective to compare more than 2 nouns. This mountain is the tallest one of all. When you're comparing more than 2 things, you say est at the end. So down here, you're going to underline the adjective that compares in each sentence and then write it on the lines. So Lorna has the biggest backpack. So you underline it and then you write it on the sentence. So in order for Lorna to have the biggest, then there had to have been 3 people who were having the comparison, or more than 3. Because if you are comparing just 2 things, that was like yesterday where we said when you compare 2 things, and now we're comparing 3 or more, so we say EST. So do that. And then these are your vocabulary words again, the words for this week, for this week's stories. Exploration, the act of looking closely and exploring. Important, having great meaning. It's important to you. It means a lot to you. Machines, devices made of parts that do a job. Yesterday, remember, you had pictures that were included with these. And today's the day you get to draw pictures of your own. Next is prepare, to get ready. Repair is to fix. Result, something that happens because of something else. For instance, the result of not going to bed on time is waking up sleepy the next day or sleeping in. And then here we have scientific. That means it's relating to science. teamwork. Teamwork is the combined effort of a group. So on the next page, you get to draw pictures for each of your words. So I'm going to use exploration, and I'm going to write it right here, exploration. And I am going to have somebody, let's see, looking through a telescope. And here's this person looking through the telescope with their eye, and they're kind of bent over, putting their hand up on the telescope. They're looking up at the stars in the sky. Exploration of the sky through the telescope. All right, and you can come up with some other idea for the word exploration, or you can do something similar. Another one is prepare. So I'm going to write prepare right here. And when I think of prepare, I kind of think of baking. And you've got your mixing bowl here, and you have your spoon, and you have your cake mix maybe, or cookie mix or something. And then you've poured it into the bowl, and you're stirring to prepare cake on a plate, maybe for somebody's birthday, so you could have birthday candles there. All right, so that's my picture for prepare. Let's see what you come up with, and pictures for all of your other words too. The last thing today is our student of the week. And the student of the week this week is Ridwan. Dear Ridwan, comma. So I wrote that on your papers for you. You're going to put today's date up here, which is April 28th. Then you're going to write, I notice, and you're going to write something really nice right here. Ridwan is a nice kid, and he's been working hard and learning a lot, and so that might be something you notice. I remember, you might remember the first day of school or the first week when you got to know Ridwan, and you might write, I remember when I met you at the beginning of the school year. Or maybe you play kickball with Ridwan, and you could say, I remember playing kickball with you. All of your sentences are going to be very nice and kind sentences, and they're all going to end with a period or an exclamation mark. At this sentence, you'll say, I hope, and you can wish something for him, something you hope for his future. I hope you have a nice summer this year, period. Or I hope we are in the same class again next year, period, or something like that. Then you're going to sign your friend and add a comma and write your name there. Then take the envelope that I attached to this paper for you and fold up the paper and put it in the envelope. It already has a stamp on it, so you don't have to pay for a stamp. I've got it there for you. And then you will put it in the envelope and put it in the mailbox. So not usually in the mailbox unless you have a flag to put on it, or sometimes, like at my house, we have a little clothespin on our mailbox so that we can clip it to the mailbox. And then the postal worker picks it up and will mail it, will deliver it to Backman School so that I can make a book for Ridwan. All right, write a nice letter for Ridwan and do your other work, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.